Hello, everyone. Welcome to Saturday Core and Recovery. Um, we are going to get started here in about a minute or two. Um, I encourage you to grab some equipment before we start. You are going to need some yoga blocks. A chair will be helpful specifically for one of the exercises, and then make sure you have some water on hand as well. Okay, we'll get started in about a minute or two. I want to offer a big warm welcome to the Stronghold Climbing Gym. If you are watching through that video link on the Stronghold Facebook page, if you wouldn't mind just clicking on the video itself to open it in YouTube, and then leave a comment or drop a like so I know that you're in my class today. And to those of you watching through my website, I appreciate it. Thank you again. Feel free to do the same. Click on the video and then drop a comment so I know that you're here. Thank you. Yeah, we're in the new gym space. The cat likes the new gym. We're going to be doing a little bit of a home improvement in here, painting the back wall. It's going to be really nice. Get some good lighting. Yeah. And a can of tuna, a dispenser maybe for cans of tuna for the cat. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Find a nice, comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged or you can sit with your feet tucked underneath you. We're going to begin with a breathing practice to activate the deepest part of our core, the transverse abdominis, which is this big muscle. Kind of looks like a corset that wraps around the inside of your abdomen. And the way we're going to access that is through a very, very long extended exhale. All right. Let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep breathing like this. Nice slow inhale, nice slow exhale. And as you do this, I'll explain what we're going to do for our really long extended exhales. So what we're going to do is you're going to breathe in, and then you're going to count audibly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. You're going to count as high as you can on one exhale. I want you to count to the point where you can't get any sound to come out because there's no more air left in your lungs. And you do that by really engaging your core, pulling that belly button in, activating those deep core muscles. Once you have no air left, you can relax everything, allow the breath to rush back in, and then go right back into it. Let's give it a shot. On your next inhale, make it a nice deep one. And exhale, count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Keep going. I'm going to mute myself so my counting doesn't mess up yours. Go ahead and do one more round. And when you're finished, allow your breath to return to a more natural rhythm. Good. Go ahead and finish up. We're going to work through the spine doing a mobility sequence, hitting all the different parts of the spine, and then we're going to get into some core exercise. Start by dropping the chin towards the chest, and then look all the way up towards the ceiling. Chin to chest, looking up. Switching back and forth. Good. Back to neutral, going left to right. Challenge yourself, see how far you can look. Good. Back to center. Left ear towards left shoulder. Right ear towards right shoulder. Switching back and forth. Make this active, really engage the muscles on whatever side that you're bringing the ear to. And good. Back to neutral. Right hand is going to go into left shoulder. Left hand is going to go into right shoulder. We're going to make circles with the upper part of our spine. This is the thoracic spine, which is basically from the collarbone down to the end of the floating ribs down here. So you want to keep your hips nice and stable. Keep a good amount of tension in your body as you go through this. We're going to curve forward, rounding the upper back. I'm going to bring my right shoulder towards my left knee. Okay, so I'm twisting to the left. Now I'm going to drop my right shoulder towards my right butt cheek. Good. Drop it back. Then I'm going to point the chest straight up in the air. Now I'm going to drop right shoulder towards my back right. And then I'm going to twist forward to the right, bringing my left shoulder towards my right knee, and then I'm going to come back to center. Okay, let's do 3 rotations in this direction. Twisting to the left, dropping the left shoulder back, pointing the chest up in the air, right shoulder towards back right pocket, twisting forward and to the right, back to neutral. Good, 2 more. Try to make each rotation bigger than the last one. Keep it nice and slow, nice and controlled, holding a good amount of tension throughout the entire system. Good. Once you finish your 3, let's do 3 or 4 going in the other direction. Leaning forward, twisting to the right this time. Right shoulder goes back. Chest points up. Left shoulder goes back. Twisting forward to the left. Back to neutral. 3 more. And good. Go ahead, release that, shake it out. Let's go ahead and move on to all 4s. Feet together, hips onto heels. I'm going to keep my left hand on the mat. Right hand is going to go behind the neck or behind the head. I'm going to bring my elbow to touch my other elbow, and then I'm going to twist. Elbow to elbow, twist. Try to keep your hips stable. We want to avoid moving or shifting our hips. We're trying to isolate the upper part of the back here. Good. Switch sides. Right hand down, left hand behind the neck, elbow to elbow, and twist. One or two more. And good. The focus of the core work today is going to be isometric work, which is essentially planks or things that fall under that category. Iso means same, metric means length. So we're holding our muscles at the same length, not really moving, but there's a lot of tension. A lot of this is going to require us to be on our hands, so we're going to do some wrist exercises and finger strengthening before we get into the circuit. This is also good for climbers, just in general, to have strong wrists, strong fingers. All right, we're on all fours. We're going to do some finger push-ups. What I want you to do is make your hand really, really tight, put a lot of tension through it, almost like making a claw, or if you do martial arts, like a knife hand, keeping a lot of energy in the fingers and wrists. You're going to press the floor away, go up onto the tips of your fingers, and then slowly lower back down. Okay, up and then down. If you want to make it easier, shift your weight back so that your hips are more over your heels. Do it from there. If you want to make it harder, walk your hands forward so the weight is more in your hands. Okay, keep it nice and controlled. Let's try 10 to 15. If you're crazy strong, maybe try doing it from a plank position. I'm not there yet, but some of the climbers in the community might be there. Good, one or two more, finish up. And good. Next exercise we're going to do is called the cat claw, aptly named for this one. What you're going to do is your hand is going to be flat, and then you're going to scrunch your fingers in, trying to pull the mat towards you. Okay? Make the hand nice and wide, and then scrunch the fingers, try to pull the mat. And relax. Scrunch as hard as you can. Relax. Scrunch, relax. Let's do 10 to 15. Good. Finish up with a few more. And relax. Good. Shake that out. Shake that out. One more for the wrist before we get into our core circuit. Good. Hands out in front. Make the fingers and palms of your hand as large as possible. Then make your fists as tight as possible. Open, close, open, close, open, close, and then flash them as fast as you can. Feel free to move your arms around. Just keep flashing the fingers as wide as you can and then as small as you can. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. All right. We are going to do a 4-move circuit today. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate all of the exercises, and then we'll go through them together. Okay? I'll demonstrate them pretty quickly, and then when we go through them again, I'll talk you through all the major points. All right, first one, beast pose. You're going to be on all fours. Think of setting up for a cat-cow, and then bring your knees in just a little bit so they're underneath your belly button. You're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees off the floor, and hold. Feel free to stay here if you want more of a challenge. Without shifting your weight side to side, try to lift a foot, maybe lift the other foot, maybe lift a hand, other hand, maybe try to lift a hand and a foot. Okay, that's going to be number 1. Number 2 is called crab pose. You're going to start sitting on your butt, arms behind you. Fingers can be pointing out towards the sides or towards the back wall. You're going to open the shoulders, lift the chest, drive your shoulders down, pressing the floor away, and then lift your hips an inch off the floor and hold. You can stay here, or we can try lifting limbs like we did in beast pose. Again, try not to shift your weight too much. All right, that's the second exercise. Third exercise, we're going to do glute bridges, isometric, bridging up and holding. If you want more of a challenge from here, try extending one leg and switching back and forth. And then for the last exercise, we will do side planks, okay? Let's go ahead and start. I'm going to set my timer. All right, starting with beast pose on all fours. Knees slightly in from underneath the hips. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Lift the knees and hold. Remember to keep your breathing nice and even, nice and controlled. If you want a little bit of a challenge, try lifting a foot without shifting the weight in your hips. Maybe try lifting a hand. Maybe try lifting a hand and a foot. Make sure to keep your knees low, about an inch or two from the floor. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees. Good. Coming up and sitting on our butts. Again, fingers pointing back or out to the sides. If you have sensitive wrists, you can also do this with your hands on blocks, okay? Starting in, can't really see my timer if it's behind me. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, go up. Again, really think of opening those shoulders, driving the shoulder blades down the back. Chin slightly tucked, lifting the pelvis up in the back, so not curved under, lifting in the back. You can play around with shifting weight forward and back. Try lifting a limb or two. Maybe lift a hand and a foot. Maybe touch the foot. You can play around in this position. And 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Nice. All right, staying here, laying down. You want to be able to just reach down and touch your feet. Squeeze your glutes, drive your hips up into the air. Make sure that your back is flat. We don't want to be doing a back extension here, okay? So try to keep that curve out of the back. Nice, one straight line here, okay? Holding, starting now. If you want, without shifting your weight or letting your hips drop down, try extending one leg. Place it back down, then extend the other. Keep driving your feet into the floor, squeezing your glutes. Remember to breathe. Good, 10 more seconds. My cat's looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what are you doing? It's nap time. 3, 2, and 1. Down. Good. All right, last 2 exercises, side planks. I'll show you 2 variations for this. First variation, if you're new to side planks, or if you haven't exercised in a while, or if you just want to take it easy, have your knees bent, legs behind you, bridge up. Okay, that'll be a shorter lever. It'll make it a little bit easier. Next step is you do it with legs extended, bridge up, and then final version, if you want a real challenge, lift the top leg. Okay, so I'll show you again. Version 1, version 2, version 3. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. 30 seconds on the clock, whatever version you want to do. Halfway there. Make sure that you're pressing, actively pressing the floor away with your arm that's supporting you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. All right, switch over to do the other side. Starting in 10 seconds. Excuse me, Jazz. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. We're going to take a quick little breather, and then we're going to do the same sequence one more time. Feel free to stretch your wrists out, maybe do some twists. Take a minute or two to move whatever you need to. Again, if you tuned in a little bit late, if you're tuning in through the Facebook page for Stronghold, feel free to click on the video itself. That'll open you up in YouTube, and then leave a comment, leave a like, so I know who is taking my class today from the gym. All right, 30 more seconds, and then we'll do the circuit one more time. This is Jazz, by the way. She is my assistant teacher. She helps with stretching, cuddling, and resting. All right. Second time through the circuit. Let's get set up for beast pose. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Again, feel free to hold here if that's enough for you today, or try lifting limbs. Can I help you, Kat? 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to the floor. Good. Sitting on our butts, getting ready for crab pose. Again, fingers pointing away or out to the side. If this was hard on your wrists, you can use blocks. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Again, make sure that your shoulders are open, you're rolling them back, driving them down, chin slightly tucked. We want a slight extension in the spine, so we're lifting the pelvis up in the back, not curving under. From here, try lifting some limbs. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Nice. Lying down on our backs. You should just be able to reach down and touch your heels. Bridging up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Again, check your back, make sure that you're not overextending. We want a nice straight torso, glutes engaged. If you want a little challenge, lift one leg and then switch. Make sure if you lift one leg that you're not letting your hips drop or shift side to side. We want all this stabilization to happen in the core, keeping it tight. Good. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come down. Last two exercises, side planks, one on each side. Setting up, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Again, feel free to do it with the knees bent if you want to make it a little bit easier, or do it with legs extended or with a leg up in the air. Halfway there. Remember to breathe, keep the core tight, pull that belly button in towards the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch to the other side. You are all getting your dose of isometric work for the week. You can take a break from planks this week. Good. 3, 2, 1, up. Halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Very nice. Pat yourself on the back. You made it. Let's go ahead and stretch and cool down the last few minutes that we have. Let's come up onto our knees. I'm going to step forward with the left foot, right foot behind, right leg behind. In this position, engage your glutes. Think of tucking the pelvis under. Should feel a nice stretch through those hip flexors in the front. Feel free, if you'd like, to interlace your fingers behind your back and reach down towards the floor. Good, and let's switch sides. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the pelvis under, maybe shift the weight forward a little bit, interlace the fingers, reach down and up. Good, and release. That is going to be the class for today, everyone. Thank you for all of those who tuned in. If you are new to my classes, I encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube page. That way, when I do other live classes, you'll know. I'll be doing this Saturday core and recovery class every week. I'm also teaching Monday and Wednesday through my own company, so if you're interested in doing that, there'll be a link in the next page when we end the class. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Stronghold, for allowing me to teach and offer my class virtually, even though the full classes aren't back yet. Thank you, everyone. I will stick around for a minute or two if anyone has any questions. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. All right. Uh-oh. Nap time. Might be nap time for me as well. It's pretty cold here in Los Angeles. Cold being relative for Los Angeles. Not cold, really. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week.